me pe intro no the way I would describe it Chelsea.
Red card FC. See, Chelsea no crowd me twem. Red card FC. Mentia say. Coach J. Na players J. Ayala me smell something fishy.
Za.
Mentia say.
Team ni twa better na.
Sa na ya me. Because you say the amount there near a sound weird ni say. According to Oman Kasa coach Maeska. I said the lab D first yellow card no.
Okay, chere.
I know friends the chairman.
Calm down.
Nya botre. Ye di nyede. There be a Richardo Dimitri if you say. Chance the idea will give you a better red card. Tim is so and I'm quan ye. Be a clean sheet. I question me. When I cast a major red card, we had the major red card. Not the lap of red card. Chance for a day. Red card FC a day. Namusu wolves and rat. A Juma me ye or groundsy. No man coffee abashemu to.
Rich. Na Nhyira Carabao Cup. Enti yebe start analysis no. Eddie Efio. Me principle near. And yet one of those cups I rate.
Okay.
You rate it. A competition beer for me. Just an outlet for English clubs, you know, to win something. If we say many fee America Carabao Cup, no, me a lot of coaches are omo competition, you know, with a lot of seriousness. Enti menka omo the Carabao Cup and making a serious case. I will season him. But once it's a competition that we play, and once some career as a sports analyst, we will go into it. So let's start from Nhyira. Arsenal against Brighton. Meaning, past that games were being played almost at the same time. Inti enyo bia na nya akunya share all the games. Me say I was flipping. And they said the first day on TV room show you 15 minutes kaka. No ko show you kaka say na be ya you have an appreciation of their games in say you be airborne. No rich. I saw the Arsenal lineup. And I'm catching him and say, look, Arsenal team way this season competition be omo bobia no the oman team anje no rich na your omo oman team anje because they've built a squad that is able to rotate among themselves and still be competitive. Look at the Arsenal team that played yesterday. Brighton found it very, very difficult to play against them. Now, Rich, we are still in October. In the month of October, Rich, Arsenal bought 6 games. Oma winning Oma check 12 goals. Oma conceded back.
Arsenal defense they are solid.
And Nhyira, according to Opta, they are the first English team to do that in 1 month. If we say English football, why? Obia Yebida. Not the great Manchester United under Fergie. Not the great Man City under Pep Guardiola. Not the great Chelsea under Jose Mourinho. And in 1 month, about 6 games across competitions. Now, obesity Rich. Now, on consider 1 goal, not a single one. And these are the games, Rich. Oshe Olympiacos 2-0. And Oshe West Ham 2-0. And Oshe Fulham away 1-0. And Oshe Atletico Madrid 4-0. And we track Crystal Palace 1 and then we track Brighton 2. Now, me graphic we know, Rich. And yet numbers in the kumio, but the 0-0-0-0-0-0 now, and we for Arsenal. They've been a very, very solid team. Not just scoring goals, but Rich, to win tournaments, you need a solid defense. And when I had the bedrock, say over to me, Ako and him, our competition be more. And Arsenal right now looks like some invincible team here. And Kenny, so the ball to Martinez. Now, Rich, look at the teams. And look at where the games are being played. And yet teams will bring a bit in your cottage against Fulham. Now unconceded.
It's a London derby.
Yes. How many teams in the Baba left Madrid?
Now it's all Muncho.
With William Alvarez, money, soul of money, Antoine Griezmann, and not concede. This current Crystal Palace team, actually Liverpool, no move, you play against them, you not concede, and you play against Brighton. Say Arsenal, Emirates in the Champions League. Now I'm conceding against Olympiacos, I don't have a problem. Emirates, now I'm conceding against West Ham, I don't have a problem. But they've gone and played games here. If you know the nature of the teams, and where it was played at, Rich, you would have suspected that Arsenal will concede. But Bob Akumpo and to Omatinemu in October, and that is very, very good for Arsenal. Now, Rich, talking about the squad in depth. When we say Nhyira, Rich, this was Arsenal's bench. David Raya, Gabriel Magalhaes, Julian Timber, Ricardo Calafiori, Declan Rice, Martin Zubimendi, Bukayo Saka, Leandro Trossard, Vitor Gyökeres.
On to bench.
And we're at a bench in here. The team no first 11 no. At the bench, and this is even without players of my prepare. This Captain Martin Odegaard Muniade. All these players were on the bench for Arsenal. That is how deep our squad no this season, and why they are able to compete very, very well. Rich, I could call the Shebe Kumako. Now, the air to Liverpool no Areho and SSR. Rich, in the last 3 months, Crystal Palace actually Liverpool at Mienza across different competitions. Odikachi, August 10th, Community Shield, and Ochano, penalties. Owie no Obechi, the 27th of September in the Premier League, and was shared 2-1. I was Selhurst Park.
Satam Nana, Liverpool competing.
Yes.
And the Crystal Palace is saying.
Yes.
Wow.
And I say was happening on the 29th of October in the EFL, and we're trying to train there at Anfield. And the 3 solid wins in a row across 3 different competitions. So say Liverpool in the Anna slot, you know, almost show Oliver Glass na motuum. The open or do you omo ti bokungun say ya. Tell me opebiano I hate you. Tell me opebiano I hate you. Now, Rich, the result is known, but it is not a Crystal Palace problem. Which you extend it further. Now, what you have to say, Liverpool are in crisis when you see BBC say, Rich, the last 7 games at Liverpool, Abono, Rich, almost 6. This Liverpool team, I almost started season, you know, winning every game. Now in their last 7, almost maku 6 of them. 3-0 against Crystal Palace, 3-2 against Brentford. The only game they've won was 5-1 against Eintracht Frankfurt. Manchester could show me 2-1, Chelsea show me 2-1, Galatasaray show me 1-0, then Crystal Palace again. Rich, Liverpool, Obi can come here and did that. Said this Liverpool team, the way almost started season way, will go 7 games and they'll win only 1.
After Eintracht Frankfurt win 5, no.
You tell me
back. Back. Until almost have a ball Brentford lose the game.
Yes.
And I was like,
there's
something wrong.
Okay, probably I do so. Then they go again.
Now Crystal Palace has actually won
3-0. The results is embarrassed and it was at the Anfield. Now we go back to Liverpool lineup now they start here. Rich, then Obia Otie Shapo Sports Biano. It takes us back to the transfer season. Messi Mekaipa, when we posted the analysis after a year live show on the weekend, but Liverpool fans. Almost so many young that say I can say team no, the squad no do enough, and that they need to plug some holes. You can't spend this amount of money, and your team doesn't look deep. Giddy. Now, Rich, this was Liverpool's team and Woodman, Gomez, Endo Atara, Kirkic, McAllister, Chiesa, Robertson, Nioni, Ramsey, Morrison, Ngomoa. Na enyami na miko. Yebo game ni wiye no. Then Anna Slot is back with the transfer discussion and year discussion. Rich, Liverpool spent 446 million. Breaking the record and all Anna Chelsea Nikuta in the summer transfer. 446 million. That is after adding Isaac. Rich, Nasi mu coach Ebo EFL Cup we are. Nana Asam say, and I'm sure you've seen the quote. Or say, answer no static ball. Or share Manchester City line up nearby. No. Anyone who say City actually the players now on ball last weekend in the Premier League. Omu nyina Bobby. Next so omu ball last weekend in nyina Bobby no. And now Usha City line up now. At the same first level now.
Oh, that's the one.
I see you Chelsea money at the crowd here. Nese Asamu cry Diego. So what Anna Slot is saying, and an extension of Nasima Okan, or say, it is clear in the last few weeks, we have always had to play 2 days after we played the last game after a difficult game in Europe. If you look at the week coming up, that is going to be a big week for us. Everyone and the club, we need as many players available as we can. We can see today with the lineup I had to make. That shows you. We already have a few injuries. With a big week coming up for me, it felt the best choice. Also, the squad no one more. Also, injuries kakaka. And also big games ever. And see, here for another. No kwani ya many a free thing in Liverpool tradition and say omo the academy boys be playing able. Nti only choice than to select South squad na ya boss to say omo no mko game no. Nti if he has lost, he has lost. And no kwani ya many rich. Say oh ye fair to Anna Slaughter. Oh share the lineup no. Now the Toto Oliver Glass na Diana. He took the game serious. Yeah. Because Obia wouldn't say oh yeah available a big boy for Crystal Palace. Yeah, played yesterday. Including Sano say 2 goals. No.
Sano so the Liverpool end.
Oh no.
Liverpool be obechana.
Mateta played. Guehi played.
The days I think Watford also.
No,
sure must
Still
no, sure.
Yes. And Rich, Liverpool coach, you know, now agree with us. Say the squad no do enough. Then the question you ask and say, if you were the biggest spender around Europe, now say, because of squad didn't deep enough, then why did you spend the money? I think you
know so I'm telling you anymore.
Don't kese no do.
Yes, you.
To Isaac wo Isaac wo.
Because I never told Isaac. There's no need over Sakofa Ekitiki.
Get it.
It is when Ekitiki there. My Isaac in train baby.
Defensive Salamone. Oh. He could have been.
Because Gapo say this is no form power.
Oh, Gapo has always been
form power.
And Louis has scored a quadri. Why not you say this is never anything I will play it well.
There's no need one better to play as me.
See, on one okay. This time around, I have
say
you will come good. Rich. Enra, at a point in the game, now Crystal Palace fans of Marco Anfield. You are getting sacked in the morning. And see, me Liverpool no me say is he getting sacked today? But we say
I'm going to pee.
Koko and cry. I'm not two. no kochro say baby a Liverpool ko no mo nsake ko nyam say hey it is too early. Aye, it is too early.
The chairman ko kwan kra.
Aye.
Me boss ba ko.
So no club or a club person.
Yeah.
Enti ana slot today on said I'm feeling gidi bia. Enti that is the story of Tima ye friend Liverpool ewo ho. Rich. Enra. So only for no mo de ko share first goal. Omo to mo no mo di 3 eyes of boss anka wo no. Obi ba ko abedi miensa. But Mekai when City Elusi on last Premier League game against Aston Villa. Medisa graphic way by the catcher say City is turning too much into a one-man team. Erling Haaland. And statistics in there they say Rich so why she go now? Obia intimation goes in the and that must change quickly if the Manchester City be say omoya contenders. And see Enra, I was happy there were other people who have taken the man to say also must have some goals in the at the Manchester City. And see after conceding first goal, no, Jeremy Doku taker, Omar Marmoush back from injury, Ebe Shea, and Ryan Turkey, and so Ebe Shea. Again, Rich. Say Utie Pep Guardiola. Pep say still now Okushia teams are they still play low block, deep block against them. And so when your players are omuti how to unlock those tiny spaces last year. And I am on the brain. Rich, that is the reason why Pep had to top players be said Ryan Cherky. But they were injured. And Enra, when he was back, Obiang will say these are the reasons why we are friend Pep Guardiola spent money on a bright friend Ryan Cherky, super player. Me Obia under pressure or your arrogance, Rich Aquawi, or you're very arrogant under pressure. What the boy the man as on Obia as a training as on book Obia Akebia. The opposite of the born here and one person of the born here. Even when you are coming at him and all that, he's a special player. Onyam exploding was City, but any other games are born. HSS or a fit in Quadia, he will help the way and conform more against City, no, and unlock. And City didn't have a problem. Almost to pay away team friend Swansea and Pep say, oh, you're very impressed, especially say more attack against 10 players. And the way they were able to find the spaces against Omo. Now, to the Chelsea game. Look, Maka actually some Chelsea friends on me now for say. Rich, so where Chelsea team is see I say, a team, me squad near okay. A muto kama. But squad numu dono. I want a lot of young players that will need time and consistency to be the powerhouse player in Chelsea. No? And see, Chelsea situation on Moses here, reach a silty competition with say. That is the reason why Chelsea without a blink and we need a conference league now. Only the competition and confirm time for the serious. Now Ebimo have to delve deep into their squad to play. And the Chelsea have the upper hand. Because Rich, on club ebria, on potential. On body bin pombo. And it's a Carabao Cup Basana. Manaska na any get. Now Enra, look at Chelsea's lineup. Say, gidi pa, Rich. Why not on a good day or be fit for Chelsea or best starting? None of these players. So be a fit pa. None of these players are the best starting. Because Omo bet me make a case for them will be Malo Gusto. But be a fit and James will start. Apart from that, William. And see, Chelsea are able to change almost in the team now. And give these young players the opportunity to play in the Carabao Cup. And the any French tournament piano, Rich, Chelsea are one of the favorites. because big boys. So big boys in there. Then above backups and them crowd team. Chelsea have probably the best in Europe. And this squad was good enough. My only problem is they consider 3 against Wolves, which is something they must work against. Now Omuntimi and dealing with that issue. No? Enzo Maresca say it is becoming embarrassing. Say team no enye twin discipline no mu di katsa. Na say na o kana. O say dilap. And say obobo ne man ho. And even when you give him instructions or pack in so guardia, untie what is around him. Na enye sadia and Karenka no di en untie say because time odi yellow or catch no. Nhyira fan. Rich is not good. Apart from the lab record no di en. Matisse one of Chelsea media guys saw more BBC, you know, so Eka said this weekend against Tottenham, I think Kukuera or so, and she is suspended for accumulated cards. Now, over Chelsea team needs to see more now, and they will need the lap our back in that game because João Pedro will say I think we're moving 8 games on share, and area you could have offered alternative. Because Tariq George money are them there. They are for other competitions. Also, by about the red.
It's becoming one too many.
Too much. And I was ultimately addressing Sama Tani, but Chelsea won, and that is what is important. To reach quarterfinals in the Carabao Cup, Naseti, Arsenal against Crystal Palace, Cardiff, about Chelsea, Man City, about Brentford, and Newcastle, and so about Fulham, in the next stage of the Carabao Cup. Now you are
okay. Before I baby, you know, Frank OY on YouTube will say, Ansot is just giving flimsy excuses for his poor managerial decisions to oversee big spending. Yet, made this post-match comment shows he wouldn't last long.
Like. To a larger extent,
to
a larger extent, I agree with him.
Okay.
Especially when you were backed. Team now, who the Agile League, you already know. Who the Agile League. And they still backed you.
To 2 players at the same
buy players so that we can have a sustainable team that will be consistent. I bet me, I keep it team enough for the future. Which PJ Ekans asem we bi ameka PJ say wo ye adwuma na de obeka bia our bosses de mawa na che so mo papa no because see the ade ma you can't go back and say you get it.
Who much is giving much is expected.
No see him from obi ya di amount, and that is what ni bakoro the message ni buy the person wo kire
also basidio e ko ni nyadwuma
also my the type
yeah be hammer
also pay wait ya
say home result
it becomes a problem. It is a ya mausika to beat any team in Europe on the transfer market. Now the catcher say o squad in more ha. Then where did you spend the money?
Okay.
And see, I agree with Eddie Pacono. Wait, minimum say na Vinicius is here show them right. Because just as we step out of the studio, I don't know apology ni buy. Now, as some of Vinicius I can say, today, I want to apologize to all the Madridistas for my reaction when I was substituted in the Clásico. Just as I have already done in person during today's training. I also want to apologize again to my teammates, the club, and the presidents. Now, Rich, I'm going to say a fiachi in the abofono. But this apology by from all the international platforms, what they were discussing, they say there is something missing from the apology, and that is the name of the coach.
Go on, how you born in Itiano?
Inti, me suso jagum debi. Even when I was listening to Sky breaking the news, they mention it. Say, oh, Vinicius in the apology about read it and say, but Omujini said there is a big omission. Bibi Ayala, which is the name of the coach. Into it, I was worried too. Say, oh, Vinicius, a chop party away the bar, Friwakumem, and let it be whole. Maning, and payo. Rich, say no beyond this. He has done a lot too. And it is being reported by AS Dario. The front page of Omu newspaper and I say plan the pace, the peace plan. And say already this Spanish caption na Omu front page now. The Omu person Omu change and say Rich, a brand here for the Vinicius Junior has met the coach Xabi Alonso. Wa pana chow. And I catch Xabi Alonso say, "Oseno on fan channel na enyo onwa." The way na game ni see call tension and they will game and the way he wanted to win the game for Real Madrid no. And then ma and he among some now and that it will not happen again. And he on fan channel. And he beyond the public apology, which Nhyira recognize say there was an omission of the coach, Rich. At least Dario AS is giving us information. Say, oh, that omission has been sorted, and that Vinicius Esia Xabi Alonso were panacho personally, and Wakata say ABNCBM. And see that issue is off. But Rich, and I'm a boss, and I will repeat it. What should Xabi Alonso do again for the Real Madrid players to appreciate him? Rich, any football, when we are discussing football, what is the benchmark to say, oh, Obi is on the right track and Oyade, and the results of the game? Now, since Xabi Alonso by, Rich, he is the first coach to win the first El Clasico since Zidane in 2016. Since Zidane, 2016, any Madrid coach you want to o first Clasico, o ye dem Barcelona be show. But Xabi Alonso has broken that. Anya no nko but very very significant. Rich, in the Spanish La Liga, Alonso about 13 games. Washemu 12. As a 30 goals, and he's on top of the league with 27 points. And then Rich, you go to the Champions League, and there's a open team, sir. Senkenene Kiambo group stages now. Qualify automatically. Rich, Real Madrid is right place fifth, and the fifth is because of goal difference. But the open Omabo 3 games, winning. Rich, Real Madrid account 3 games, 9 goals, goal difference of +7. And see, Mashabe first Clasico made the top of La Liga, made the top, and as I make that top in the Champions League, 100% record in the Champions League. Rich and Casemiro. So why were Athletic pick a source from Spain and say Xabi Alonso's Real Madrid revolution has caused an early rift with big stars? To the extent say players in the resources are telling generally say no I got yesterday now they will just Pep Guardiola and not buying a chin train. Young gym side time way player be a one to be Kebiano and they can who say with team no on home player be a wine way and a wine way and I'm permitting say my dear me pretty say Ancelotti wa way in papa you con what time you and could do come we do buy wine so you disciplinarian Munya way we are new we are it's a big player singing look and media come say Rich, do you know so already Athletic article now? They are saying, some of the big players are saying they've won trophies without this strict regime now. Xabi Alonso, they matter. But Rich, if you've won trophies in the past, why was Carlo Ancelotti sacked then? It means that they're not more probably a elastic limits, and you need a certain change. And as soon as Real Madrid players in the say, Rich, they have to flip the way around Barcelona team. Sir, efficiency, work rate. Exactly what Xabi Alonso is trying to introduce our Real Madrid. No, Sankomoda so say Ancelotti era anymore. They will never beat this Barcelona team, and they will never win anything. Abroad, and we might change. And see, I'm finding it difficult to understand. And Rich say, "I no crack." Says I Real Madrid players no a bimu behavior. Rich, I don't want you to pay the you. Only two things. It is either they succumb to Alonso, or Alonso will leave. Because you're discussing Bebre about player power. Rich said, dressing room one. So, kaka wachia sem kakran. Na eya kwa kofa sem kese di abrewo. Nti is either you identify your bad notes, then quickly get them out. Na watimi enya u dressing room a ope na omoni o ya adwen so meye adwuma na ma. And I said bibi say Rich, I don't understand Real Madrid players no, because the results is on the side of the coach. And as soon as I say there is a new regime no, I bet me abwa omo. I don't know if I have 1 minute and I say 2 minutes.
Okay, Mama, 1 minute never wrap
1 minute.
1 minute.
It seems as they say there every day, and I cry every 6 months. If I'm around football, you know, I want GBB want to change something, and I like it. And tell no matter say this season, so we are goalkeeper now Cheba. 1 to terminate the 8 seconds or some better connect your team, and it is working perfectly. Now, Rich, I think from the last World Cup, anyone who said FIFA and I just say time the bubble, or see about that time. And many of us were surprised that and then you bet no game away. You see, injury time here, the 9 minutes, 12 minutes. First, near who's and if I found a church, as I say, that is what they've told the referees to do. Say, game, no, time will West Tibiano. They should make sure it is being played on the pitch. Now, Rich, you saw somebody before for about, and it is because of the observations of my. Now, let's use the English Premier League as an example. Rich, according to the Athletic, I almost see data from Opta. Ubejedi say, Rich, sa oka Premier League teams na bomb this season. They've wasted close to 70 minutes on throw-ins. The odi who for power air Brentford.
Akwa no to true no. True ne ba, afa no o ta obi o.
Rich, you see Brentford on the average. Spend 25 seconds as that what to throw.
Okofa ta wi no abepepa ball no ho na wa connect ya be tubo yi. Oto aso ato obi na boko na eba.
Na ya to na eba.
And then on social media obi be sure say imagine Arsenal team was akwada.
Na so munya kona ya kona. Omunya tura ya kona.
The bias na be chegu.
But Rich, up to now so say who compare season by season? Rich, on the average, there's 11.21 delay in games only because of throw-ins.
Okay.
And if I want to say no me yama say keep a chimwa. Otimi delay and sana wa best man aso wa toro. Into 8 seconds. 1, 2, and as influence ma near to connect here with him no. Rich, they've also started deliberations. Say, the time limit be baba. So unya throw.
That's good.
Now with this our time limit on to throw now. Probably a ready throw no etia with him no. And that is what if up Edwin and wanty. Like said you ask you could no. You ask done no one.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
If up HS or more a year juma.
Yemre fie na yemedi fie nkomo